That's right. How y'all feeling tonight?
Y'all feeling good?
Are you feeling good?
Well, you know I'm feeling mighty good.
Say it, paper mache. That's my girl, paper mache. Wait a minute, let me turn this down.
It's a little hot in here.
Woo! In more ways than one.
In more ways than one.
How y'all doing? Welcome back to I Got Something to Say. As usual, thank you for allowing me to come in front of your eyes. Man, there's been a lot of things going on in the news, a lot of things going on with gay issues, and as you all know, I'm a columnist for Examiner.com. I write the relationship and Atlanta Examiner issues, the gay issues examiner, so you can check me out. That is exm.nr/Gregory Kelly, just GregoryKelley, or you can check me out at exm.nr/GKELLEY to check out all the Atlanta gay issues and the gay issues happening around the nation and what I feel like that's really just either fuckery or just plain, as my boy Richard the Dick Coughlin would say, fuckology or dick shittery. So what's going on, man? So here's a couple things that's really been irking me. And before I go there, I said every time I get on the camera, I'm gonna do this. Hi, Anderson. I'm gonna get you on a date one day, baby. You ain't gotta go nowhere, baby. I just wanna let you know that you gonna be mine. Now watch, someone's gonna write that down again. A crazy ass nigga came up more Anderson. Why someone's gonna put that in the news and because now they saw it on YouTube. All right, man. So what's really going on here? First of all, bath salts. I want to talk about this issue a little bit because I'm going to talk about things that really affect the gay community. The whole world eventually, yeah, but. The gay community is what I'm gonna stay loyal to. So I gotta rep it. You know what I mean? And bath salts are really taking a hold in this country. And I didn't realize this. Have y'all seen them articles where it's talking about the people eating the faces? Not like they're in this like zombie mode or whatever, so they're eating the faces of random people, I guess, whatever, out in the street because they're high or whatever. They own bath salts. And I wanted to clarify what that really is. Bath salt, it's not the bath salts that you buy like Bath and Beyond. That's not those bath salts. There's a different thing. That's like a nickname for a drug that you can go to your corner store and buy if you're in the right spot. It's cheaper than Tina. It has the same type of meth combination or compound or whatever, but whatever active ingredients are in it are in the same thing that are in meth. So people are going for the bath salts, except it's really fucking people up because once they do it, they get crazed up and they eating people's damn faces. They literally go into cannibalism. I mean, it is wild. So I'm not condoning nothing, but if you're dealing with them bath salts, take it real easy on that because, man, you don't want to get in those zombie fix and tear people up and you cutting, slicing folks, and no, that's not cool, man. Do drugs for the real reason. You have to be part of like a rock star and make like you got money. That's when you do it. All right, so we talked about that. Let's talk a little bit about this dude in New York. Actually, his name is, am I hoping it's right, Frank Farino? Am I saying that right? Frank Farino. And he's an assistant principal in New York. 3 years ago, his boss supposedly, I got to use the word supposedly because it's all in a civil suit, supposedly hit on him. His name is John. Oh Lord, if I can get the name right. His name is John Quattarocci. At the time that was his boss, and he hit on this dude going to a conference in Las Vegas. So, supposedly before they even left, this dude, his boss, Quattarocci, was giving Farino like sexually suggestive gifts like a birthday card with naked men on it, and making these advances. And then when they got to Las Vegas, he demanded the dude to go to different gay clubs, which he did, and then where these other two dudes asked them to be in a four-way, and then he turned that down. So then when they got to the hotel room somewhere in the trip, he pinned old Quatarici, pinned down Farino and followed him and all sort of thing, and now he crying civil suit and sexual harassment and all that bull jive. Now, don't get me wrong, gay has nothing to do with it. You know, my first question is, Frank Farino, are you gay? That's my first question. Now, whether you gay or not, that has nothing to do with right and wrong. If he did do it, he was wrong for doing it. You know, because, you know, no one wants to be sexually harassed. No one wants to be sexually assaulted unless you really want that. And I could stand in a little bit of that right about now. So, you know, here's my thing about it. Some of the allegations seem sketchy as hell. So I wrote an article today about the whole situation called 3-Year-Old Allegation. Frank Farino's 3-year-old allegations seem to be silly at the best. And the reason I wrote this article is not to denounce his allegation, it's to really say, hey, you know what? You had options. If you felt that uncomfortable, Frank, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go to Las Vegas, baby. You could have set your ass right where you was at. You could have told his superiors what was going on before you left. Supposedly this was going on before they even went to Las Vegas, so he could have been and said something then. Also, if y'all was sharing a room, I'm not sure if you were, but if you were, you could have got a different room. You had time to make different arrangements, Frank. Also, and here's the thing that really makes his allegations fuckery. If someone's going to be mad for you to go somewhere, I demand you to go to the motherfucking gay club with me. What? And the answer to that question be no, hell no, fuck no, or any other word with derogatory statement they had no before it. Excuse me. I mean, what was going on, Frank? You couldn't make no decision for yourself? Excuse me. Again, you think that your job is really at stake that much? I mean, come on, dude. I mean, it was the time you was a 40-year-old man. You 40 years old. You knew that you didn't have to really go. You could have stayed your ass right there at hotel, Frank. Come on, be real. And as far as someone pinning you down and stuff like that there, I don't know your weight size. I don't know compared to him. I'm not saying now. I mean, now if he did it, he shouldn't have been doing that. You should have been telling him no and all that other stuff. But I mean, if it was really an assault, Frank, you could have called the police. I know your job is at stake, but I mean, come on, looking at the headlines right now, you said you lost your job anyway. But you didn't lose your job because you were sexually harassed. I mean, when you reported it, they took your boss and they transferred him to another school, Frank. And I'm talking, I'm talking directly to Frank at this point in time because, you know, it's time for, you know, two gay people to have a heart-to-heart because you really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they transferred old boy. So now you got your safe work environment back together. You had the harassment. I mean, it's gone. And oh boy, he retired in April 2010, and you still carry on with the suit. And you want to know why you got fired? You got fired because you can't carry on a suit asking for money and expect to stay at your job. I mean, that's common sense, right? So I mean, if you get money out of this or not, I mean, cool, whatever. But you should have been worried about the kids instead of worrying about your payday, man. That's all I got to say about that one. If it really want to make an issue, you should have called the police. You could have made it a big issue before then. This has been going on for 3 years. Let that stuff go. That man has moved on. You need to move on too. All right, so now let's move on to the Boy Scouts of America. They're keeping their gay ban on homosexuals openly being gay and being in the good old Boy Scouts of America club. Okay, let me say it like that. Here's my my comment to that. And what did you expect? I mean, seriously. The Boy Scouts of America, they're going to continue to be that way. Their money is steeped in the church. In the 1970s and in the early 80s, their money was coming from the Mormon Church, Church of Latter-day Saints. Y'all better look up your history. Get some things going right there. Excuse me, I wrote an article about that today as well. That really irked on my spirit. I'm sorry about old girl. I don't know her name right now. She's the one who had the child, and she was openly gay, and they stopped her from being a troop leader. And so she pulled her whole family out of there for being openly gay. She got on Change.org, got 300,000 signatures. Great attempt, great effort. You know, she pulled the community together, but they still hold fast to what they believe. And you know, it's steeped in Christianity, it's steeped in the church, it's steeped in religion. What can you expect? And you know, their whole rip about it is they're like, well, we don't want to teach our kids in the Boy Scouts of America. We don't want to teach the kids about homosexuality. That's something that should happen at home. Well, congratulations, you are right. Mr. Darren, that's the spokesperson for the Boy Scouts of America. His name is Darren Williams, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look it up later. But I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, you're right. That's stuff that you should learn at home. But it's something that you couldn't really learn at home before, because, of course, homosexuality is such a big controversial thing within families. It breaks up whole families. It breaks up, you know, whatever. But now the wave of change is coming and more acceptance is happening. So now you're going to see the American dynamic of the dynamic of the American family change. So now you're going to see more acceptance happen, and more people are going to learn about it. So now they can go to their parents, because no parent want to see their child in despair and sadness all days of their life, gay or not. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. So yes, you're right. The Boy Scouts of America are not supposed to teach kids about homosexuality. If there's a question about it, you say go to your parents. If you got a dear mother wanting to know, or a troop leader wanting to know, with having his partner right there, and they asking questions about it, then you tell them to go to their parents and have them explain it. That's what you do. You learn this at home, which, you know, the whole premise of the Boy Scouts of America goes with a village raises a family. So, you know, the family is changing, so the explanations need to be made. No, you don't have to explain about sex, because being gay and being you know, same-sex relationship have nothing to do with sex. That has to do with relationship. Y'all need to get your terminology. You need to get your knowledge on, because they are two different things, and you're trying to interchange them, and now that's getting a little spooky right there. That's getting the spookism, as I like to call it. People flying around there like the Wizard of Oz and shit, and really you need to bring that really back down home and explain to these kids what's really going on, or tell them go to your parents. Those are the few things. I'm trying to keep it short from right now. Those are the few things that really irked on my spirit, really irked on my mind, and I just kind of wanted to get it out there. Shout outs to Lovely T. Shout outs to the Amazing Atheist. I love your show, baby. You keep it knocking. Shout out to Richard and Dick Coughlin over there in England. And as always, baby, I said what I had to say.